When you get to the backside 50-50 position, what are some controls that you like to have from there?
When I put Freddie in the backside?
Yes.
I would say the biggest mistake people make from this position is not going belly down, right? If I stay on my side here, Freddie backsteps, we can start the hand flat. The correct way to apply the pressure from here is to go belly down. Now if Freddie backsteps, he breaks his own knee. That'll be the key detail a lot of people miss from here. But again, sometimes Freddie can backstep before we get to that point, and that's where I would be looking, right? Change angles. Instead of having a true 50-50, we're gonna place this foot inside. So basically, inside, outside, right? So from here, when Freddie backsteps and he tries to hand fight, we've got a frame in the way. Again, it's not cross hip, it's inside hip. That means we've got the benefits of both. We've got the benefits of the cross arch, the saddle, the honey hole, and the benefits of the 50-50. We come back. Something that Vinny Margulash was able to figure out is that the weakest points of the cross archie is the fact that we cannot bend their leg. If Freddie straightens his legs and walks back over my head, I have no ability to bend his leg. The strength of 50-50 is the ability to bend the leg, because the nature of the position means I can stomp into the back of Freddie's leg and he cannot extend his leg. Freddie tries to extend the leg, there's no strength there to straighten it. But again, the weakness of 50-50 is if he does backstep and hand fight, it's difficult to finish. So if we come back and we combine those two positions, now he tries to backstep and hand fight, he's still firmly in danger here.
Thank you.
From that same position, what's the negative of taking your secondary leg that's not going 50, your left leg in this case? If you go backside 50?
Backside, yep.
And then taking your left leg and going over his other leg so he doesn't roll.
What's the negative of this?
Yes.
It's the challenge of getting to it, right? And a lot of guys will sit to a hip here and we still have trouble the other way. We still have trouble with the exposure. I won't prevent the back step completely with this. You know what I mean? Like Freddie can still do a little back step.
Yeah.
And it's difficult for us to find a heel here.
And then you don't have the benefits of the other legs, like you were saying.
Yeah, the only way I could truly prevent the back step would be to actually physically hold it. Now he tries, it's gonna be tough. And from this position, he can use his left hand to start stretching my leg out and then hit that hip switch sort of style. So again, it wouldn't be a true back step, it'd be like he switches hips and you still have trouble with the exposure. But if we combine the two positions to here and Freddie back steps, he's still in quite a bit of danger in that position. Like the best of both worlds.
Yeah. I dig it.
Everyone's shy tonight. No one's got any questions.
Hey, what do y'all like? From like what we were playing today, where you snap down, if you can't get the chin strap, or even the guys like super tight, where do you like to go after that?
If they remain on their elbows,
Yeah.
I would just go straight to a go behind, right? So Freddie's on his elbows. So obviously when I control the front head, we're basically shoulder to shoulder, but if he's on his elbows, I'm gonna transfer my weight onto his back, block, and pummel the hand behind so he can't take it on the hook very easily, and circle straight to the back. That's when obviously you guys could you can take a tight grip here. Around the back. Stop doing it. Freddie enjoys it too much. Yeah, they're on the elbows, straight to the go line. Elbows are unathletic position. It's an unexplosive position. We've got to worry about explosive guys on the hands.
All right, team picture then.
Picture? No questions?
No questions?
You got one right.
What's your favorite American beer?
American. I mean, honestly, I don't really drink anymore. Unfortunately. So whatever's on offer at the time. What's your favorite American beer?
We're in Dallas, man. This is Miller Lite country.
What did I have at the press conference? Is that a Miller Lite?
Is that 40?
Miller High Life.
Miller High Life, yeah.
You gonna put a submission in a card or an envelope for Gabby? Yeah.
I should do it. Or maybe I'll throw the match.
Then you have to retire.
Yeah, for doesn't sound too bad.
Like if my memory serves me right, I think you swept Leandro low at like Copapodio brown belt, where he's on side control and you hook your own leg and
no,
kind
you
of get up on your elbow.
You're talking
You
about
did it in the gi.
Marigali at World Pro, right?
Yeah, my bad. But you did it in the gi. Is there any like sweep kind of like that for no gi?
I mean, you could sort of do the same thing. It's kind of bullshit.
I feel like my like, I feel like my leg's sweaty, so I can never get it.
Yeah, let's go. I'm just grabbing inside my knee and basically using momentum. And I keep my knee tight so Freddie can't post on this hand. And then it's basically a hip toss mechanism. I'm over the top. But again, I wouldn't drill that. It's bullshit. There's better options from there. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't build that into your game.
It's pretty good in the gi, but like no gi, it's just like awful.
The vulnerability of going for those style grips.
I don't know what you did, bro. I didn't watch the match.
If you're on this side, same side, arm grabs, same side, you get the knee. So the danger, obviously, is the threat of more south chokes. We can clear that. And again, I could hit an arm in, or Freddie goes to turtle, the other way. This is gonna lead to a very tight DAS choke. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I'll stop doing it.
Those are only fun to piss off your training partners.
Can you demonstrate that kipping escape from when somebody's mounting on you?
So when Freddie's mounted on me, and the key here is that he doesn't have an underhook. Freddie's got an underhook and a crossface. I'm not going to be able to kip out it. I have to free the underhook. So obviously that's why it's good to control mount with an underhook. He doesn't have the underhook, but he has a crossface, keeps his pressure down. He's basically top heavy, and we want to take advantage of this. So we're placing 2 palms on the hip. Another key detail is elbows inside. A lot of strong guys think they're just bench pressing guys basically down their body. But we want to have hands inside, elbows inside their knees. We're bringing knees to chest. So you can already see Freddie's weight coming forward. And if Freddie tries to hold me here, we just start kicking. And we can get a knee inside. And then we can start engaging the legs straight away. But I'm sending Freddie's head low, hips high, and we're just...
So even if he crosses his feet underneath, it's not
Yeah,
going out.
he crosses the feet. We still get that kip and escape here. It'll take more movements, typically. It's when they do cross their feet, but we can still send weight down the body. But yeah, super high percentage escape, that one. I would have that like a foundational sort of escape from mount.
When you get the body lock, how do you deal with guys getting their knee close to their chest? Because sometimes when I get it, the problem is really flexible guys will be able to pull their knees back into their chest and sort of stop my knee from getting inside.
Can you show me and then I'll
Yeah. So it's like sometimes like I'll be playing in this position, I'll get the trap on, take him here, and then I'll have trouble getting this knee over. So I can't really, like if I could, I'll just jam here and then kind of flatten out from this position and try to pass. But usually against really flexible guard guys, they're able to, do something like that. And even if I get them all the way to their side, I still have a lot of trouble sometimes getting this over.
So we can beat either hook here, right? So whether arm in or arm out. If I'm inside Freddie's legs here and I'm trying to step over this leg and I can't do it, I'm gonna drop my inside hip to the floor. And now we've beaten the inside there, but we can either bring the knee through, start stepping a half guard, or if Freddie's still keeping his knee so tight I can't get it, I'll start working a knee cut style from here. You won't be able to defend both hooks equally. So we can go around the outside leg, or we can sprawl through the inside, but don't sprawl like a wrestling sprawl, where we're moving away from him. I'm just gonna drop my hip basically where my knee is. And if we turn our hip in, there's actually nothing for his foot to hang on to. And from that point, we can slide the knee to the inside position. So try it?
Yeah. So, here.
Yeah, you see how it's super hard, especially as you turn your hip. To me, it's very hard for Freddie to have a sticky hook from him.
Right. And then you were saying we could come up.
Yeah, we can knee cut. If he's on his side, we can hit a knee cut out of that. Yeah, so we need multiple threats, you know, like can't step over, we can sprawl. We can't sprawl, we can step over, alternate back and forth.
Sure. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Right.
What's a good setup for the dart stroke from the top, the half dart?
That's specific, bro. I mean, my best setup for the DAS from top would be from side control. I probably wouldn't go for half guard unless we had a really overly aggressive opponent with another. But I can show you the one from side.
Sure.
So when we're in side control, if we can place a knee inside this pocket, this is kind of what we were doing before. We can place a knee inside this pocket, we can threaten the north-south. If we can threaten the north-south, Freddie's way out is to turn to total. And you can see how we have a vulnerability for the DAS here, right? So Freddie's got frames, but maybe he's being lazy with his right elbow. Not so lazy. I'll pummel my knee inside, and I can shelf that arm. Freddie tries to retract the arm, it's difficult. We can sprawl and take a grip around the armpit here. I turn my palm to the floor, my palm's up, the bicep won't be as big, and they'll be able to survive a bit better. I can sprawl back and on. So you see we got the strangle here, but because we don't have as much weight over Freddie's left side, if he starts to rotate,
He gives us a perfect dart.
so we can finish from here. So the setup is to trap his arm here, and if he explodes out, we've got a super tight DAS setup there. So again, multi-layered attack. Option one doesn't work, there's only one way out, and that's to expose another strangle.
So all the high level camps, you guys are always experimenting and pushing the envelope of what we're seeing. What's something new that you're playing with right now that you're
We can't show you that. I mean, just the different leg configurations, different ways to finish those positions. I mean, the hip ice is a crucial part of the game. High risk guillotine, all that stuff's our new stuff. You know what I mean? The beauty is our opponents don't come to our seminars. They don't even buy the DVDs. So we can still put out the good stuff, and they're not gonna pick up on it. But that would be the most sort of experimental stuff we're doing now. But nothing really changes. The goal is ADCC, so we build our game around that and make slight adjustments based on the events we're in. Some events require bigger adjustments, like obviously EBI and stuff, but yeah, for the most part, that's the foundation of the game that we're trying to use. We're trying to beat wrestlers, not at wrestling. We're trying to beat wrestlers through jiu-jitsu techniques. So that's the goal right now.